G'day guys, welcome back to SuperCoach for DR and welcome to a members only video. Now, thank you very much guys for signing up to the channel. I do really appreciate it. Remember to make sure that you do send me a DM and give me your email because I'll give you the PDF notes for the stock market video so you can use them as a little bit of a checklist and access them whenever you like without having to hear me necessarily blabble on. But if you like hearing me blabber on about different players, then continue to feel free to watching the videos. But look, for today's video, I want to have a quick discussion on Paddy Cripps because this is a big discussion topic going into this week. Do we hold? Do we trade? Well, let's take it back a few steps. He has had a brilliant start to the year. I'm not too sure how many of us actually started the year with him. I certainly didn't. I ended up trading him in for my man, Jared Berry. I regret doing it now because obviously he's going to miss a week, at least 1 week. And Berry had a really solid week last week, but it is what it is. I've got to move on now. This is the new man that I own. So I think that if it's only 1 week, we hold. If it's 2 weeks, we most likely still hold. If it's more than that, then he's a quick trade. But back to his year so far. I've just copied and pasted this basically from Fan Footy. So we can see rounds 1 to 4 here. Back in round 1, 30 disposals. That's exactly what we want to see. What's he do? 35 after that, 31 after that, and then unfortunately just the 7 disposals on the weekend. But remember, that was all done in the first quarter. So absolutely on fire this year. Now, his 2 best season averages are 117 and 119. And the way that he's going, that's certainly not out of reach. And there's a reason why we all brought him in. He was basically a must-have. You know, we were getting what we thought most likely to be a premium at a really attractive price, in terrific form, looking fit, looking healthy, running along the grounds well, and just the little things like he'd have the ball, tuck it under his arm and actually take the player on and then have a big shot for goal from 50, 55 and easily make the distance. Last year, we were seeing him struggle from 40 metres and getting tackled, not even being able to break tackles at times. Just a different specimen this year. So we can see with that disposal count. Also, look at the goal tally there. So he kicked 1 in the first quarter last week, 1 the week before, 2 in round 2, and then 3 in round 1. So not only is he finding a heap of the pill, he's also impacting the scoreboard. And his accuracy has been phenomenal, just the one behind for the year. So that's 7 goals won. Brilliant. We can see that tackle count, well, only 2 in rounds 1 and 4, then 11 in round 3. Really desperate there. And an average sort of count in round 2 with the 5. You can see the inside 50s there, pretty healthy, apart from obviously last week. See clearances, he's been a bit of a beast there. And his SuperCoach score, so 132, 162. I bought him in for his 119, as lots of us did, and then 38 last week. So he was still on track for a 120 plus minimum type score, particularly the way that he was going. So this is the reason why we brought him in. This is the reason why we think that he's a premium at this stage. So are we going to keep him? Are we going to trade him? Well, I've got some questions here that I think we need to answer. And it may be different, you know, depending on team to team, different circumstance that we find ourselves in. But the first one there is, do we trust that he'll only be out for 1 week? As I mentioned before, sometimes these things can blow out. We can't really trust what comes out of clubs. But look, it's not a Leon Cameron job here, is it? It's not GWS. But that's one thing that I don't know. None of us can predict unless you're some sort of medical expert. Even then, you wouldn't know exactly what his personal issues are. It's a tough one. But yeah, don't take it as gospel that he's only going to miss the 1 week, I suppose I want to say about that. How many trades have you used? So if you've used a couple of boosts, you've gone pretty hard already, then try to keep him, I think, if he's only out for 1 to 2. I think that's probably the best strategy. You're probably going too aggressive. Even though we've got the extra trades, if you've burned through too many already, it's not a good sign. Now, what's our mid-bench cover like? I know for me, it's pretty poor. I've got McDonald, Ward, and Hoff. Now, I don't know if any of these blokes are even going to get up during the week. So this is a big issue for me. So I may be even forced into this trade if I've got no cover. I'm certainly not going to take a donut. If I have to take a donut, I'll trade him even if it's going to be 1 to 2. That's just the way that I'm going to go personally, I think. But if you've got someone in there that is half reliable, maybe a Rochelle that's sitting at M9 at the moment, then I think that's a good sign that you can also hold for that 1 week. Do you expect upon his return that his good form will continue. Now, it is tough coming back from a soft tissue injury. We know what it's like. He's had some really good periods before, then really slowed down for a little while. So will the red hot form continue? Well, if you look at what he's done up until that hamstring injury, then I think the answer is yes. I think it's definitely yes. But again, I'm just not too sure. Hopefully they don't rush him back too soon, because that could just do more damage and potentially screw with his whole season. I think they will play it smart. Look, but the thing is, he ran down to the change rooms, didn't he, at half time? So it didn't look like it was going to be that serious anyway. So, and the last one there I've got is, are you missing a must-have, or do you have any major holes to fill? So if there's a player that you feel you've just got to have in your side, then this may be a chance to get that player in, depending on the price, position, or the rest. I think most of us can use some DPP, because lots of popular players do have that already this year, and lots more to come, obviously, at the end of this round as well. You may have a major hole to fill as well. So is someone really underperforming in another line apart from midfield? Do you need to beef up your midfield? Have you got a Stevens and a Ward on field at the moment? You need to do something about that. Maybe you could get a forward in that's got some DPP. There's lots of different things that you can do, but this last question here is very much team dependent. Are you missing any holes or must have? I can't really answer that for you, but look, it's going to be a pretty quick one here. That's pretty much all I've got to say on Paddy Cripps for now. We'll listen out, see what else comes out of Carlton over the next day or two. But at this stage, I'm looking to hold. Now, that is also dependent on if one of my mid-bench rookies get a game this week, because I'm worried, as I said, that McDonald may get dropped, Ward may get dropped, and also Hoff as well, with some of the stars returning for the West Coast side. So I may be in a little bit of bother. But if I can help it, if all possible, I'm going to keep on to this man, because I do want him to continue to be in my side. I don't want to have to trade him out, get him back in a few weeks, for example. I think it'll be a bit of a waste of a trade, because even though he may go down a little bit in value, I certainly think that he'll climb right back up, particularly once that low score is out of your system. Remember, if we're bringing someone in as a keeper, their break-even, it doesn't matter too much. So that's it for now, guys. First members video. Thank you very much again for signing up. Nothing overly special, but I'll make sure that I do a really big one each month, and then just some random ones here from time to time. And I will also put a video out just with some extra information about, what other benefits you're going to get from the channel. And if you've got any ideas for particular videos that you want to see, then go for it. Let me know in the comment section there as well. Remember to also put your emails there in the comment section so I can send those PDF notes through to you. And we've got our Skype call coming up. So that's going to be this Friday at 6 o'clock. That's Victorian time. I don't know where all the members are at. So if you're in WA, it might be a little bit earlier for you. I apologise for that. But obviously you want to get it done before the game actually starts and we can make some changes to our sides. I really recommend, and I'd love to see you share your sides during the Skype call, so we can obviously all share our screens, and may even be a good idea just to all put our teams up and get some advice from the whole crew that'll hopefully be there on the Friday night. So that's it for now, guys. Take care. Hope all is well. If you've got Paddy Cripps, then I do go through all of the relevant options, obviously, in the stock market video. If you're going for a real premium type player, I do like Jack Steele. I think that he's going to bounce back. We've got like a Tom Green, who's that real breakout candidate who may really take his game to the next level this year. If you're using some DPP, I think maybe getting Timmy English in could be a good idea. He's on fire at the moment. So lots of different options that we've got up our sleeves. I'm really interested to hear, one, if you are a Paddy Cripps owner, and two, what your plans are for this week. But that's just my opinion and a little bit of my advice anyway, and definitely some things to think about. That red box there, make sure you ask yourself those questions before you make any moves regarding Cripps this week. So take care, guys. Hope all is well, and I'll catch you all Friday night. Next video will be out tomorrow, just with information about exactly what you need to do. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Cheers, bye.